Thank you for your patience this afternoon. I'm just gonna move right into the agenda to get you quickly because I understand because we are starting a little bit late this afternoon. So at this time, I'm gonna ask trustees and staff if you're able to. We're gonna do the land acknowledgement first, and then if you're able to, when we get to the national anthem, let us please stand. Thank you. Tech.
The land upon which we work, live, and sustain ourselves is the ancestral and treaty lands of the Michizagig Anishinaabe, also known today as the Mississaugas of the Credit, the rightful caretakers and title holders of this land. We also recognize the rich pre-contact history and relationships which include the Anishinaabe and the Ongwe Hongwe.
Since European contact, this land continues to be home to indigenous and non-indigenous peoples. As responsible community members, we value the diversity, dignity, and worth of all people.
Colonialism displaced and dispossessed indigenous peoples of their ancestral land
and continues to deny their basic human rights, dignities, and freedoms.
We are committed to learning true history to reconcile, make reparations, and fulfill our treaty obligations to the original peoples and our collective responsibilities to the lands, water, animals, and each other for future generations.
Thank you. May be seated. Just before we start our meeting this evening, I just want to take a moment to recognize our student trustees who have been here with us for the last year or so and have done an amazing job. I'm just going to talk a little bit about them, and then I'm going to invite the director, and I'm going to also invite the mentors to come over so we can present a little gift to these student trustees and maybe take a picture or two, if that's okay. So this afternoon we have with us Justin. Justin, who is from the Woodland School, who is an advocacy for music education. Justin champion an enhancement of music program in the Peel District School Board, drawing from his own experience as a student and musician. His effort to expand the Ontario Student Trustee Association, where he engaged with student learner to push for more equitable access for arts education across Ontario. That is Justin. And then we have Austin, and Austin is an advocate for the Indigenous students and his community, the first Indigenous student trustee ever for Peel. And this is a milestone. Effectively, he represents the First Nation, Métis, and Inuit student, ensuring their voice and are represented and are brought to the board. Culturally, through his involvement at the Minwing Center and his deep connection to his Indigenous culture and participation in ceremonies, mentors younger Indigenous students, representing the environmental stewardship, engage in key events such as Education Action Connection for the Indigenous Spring Student Gathering and Land-Based Credit Program at the Canadian Ecology Center. He also carried out Eagle Staff openings, second annual powwow. Um, this is all about Austin. And if you know Austin, there's every and almost every indigenous event in the region of Peel. He's there. Thank you, Austin. And Padwick is from Mississauga Secondary, a student who is a digital student who advocate for Peel Secondary student. He's on the Student President Council, foster collaboration among student learner, cultivating a year-end conference. He also represent Peel District School Board at the Raleigh Innovation Conference Championship in digital well-being and meaningful connection. E-Tech Financial Literacy Initiative through the E-Tech Committee. Padwick contribute to shaping technology innovation for the Peel Students Council. I also work on financial literacy toolkit to help students transition successfully into post-secondary life. So this is Padwick, and I'm going to ask these three student trustees just to meet us in the front. I'm going to ask your mentor to join you, and the director, myself. All right, thank you. Engaging with you, learning from you, because you have always bring something new to the table, and how you represent your peer at the various levels and the various events within the board and outside the board. You have made us proud, and it's been an honor to work alongside you. So I'm just going to give the director these presentation to present to you on behalf of the board. And then your mentor will also give you a little gift. Okay.
So Austin, Pradwit, and Justin, on behalf of senior team and all staff, we want to thank you for your leadership in bringing student voice and doing us proud at all the amazing events where you have represented Peel District School Board outside and bringing issues and successes of all the work you've done. It's been so wonderful to see you, and we are all going to miss you, but we wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Okay, folks, we're gonna do a couple photos. We're gonna start here, and then colleagues will take some additional. So on me on three, big smiles. Everyone looks great. 1, 2. We're gonna take a bunch in case anyone's blinking or winking, and we're good. And 3, 2, 1.
Okay, that out of the way. I'm going to remind trustees just before we move ahead in the agenda that if you do have conflict, please declare them. If you have any conflict on the agenda, also I'm going to remind trustees we all are accountable to each other, and let us conduct this board business responsible. And if trustees does not agree with the chair, please call a point of order so that we can follow the proper process. Also remind trustees that you have 5 minutes according to our bylaws to speak. And if you go over 5 minutes, I will be calling you to order as we move forward. And you will hear this from me over the next little while, just reminding trustee so that we hold each other accountable and that we are carrying out good governance at the board table. Thank you. So I'm asking Trustee Davey and Trustee Benjamin to put the agenda on the floor for me. All those in favor? Carry. Any declaration of conflict of interest? Looking around the table, I'm not seeing any. Okay, we're going to go down to staff recognition and retirements. I'm going to turn it over to the Vice Chair, Joe Hall, at this time to recognize all those staff that are retiring.
Thank you, Chair Green, and through you, we are pleased to celebrate and honor our retiring staff members. Every month, the Peel District School Board recognizes employees who are retiring from their service or they have recently retired. Today, we are delighted to acknowledge 67 outstanding individuals who are concluding their service with the board. And they are 2 principals, 44 teachers, 5 administrative support, 10 custodial staff, 4 educational assistants, and 2 professional student services personnel. The names and the title of these retirees can be seen on the screen here. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to each retiring staff member for their dedication and service to the board, our students, their families, and the communities. It is through the collective efforts and sincere commitment to our staff that we continue to make a positive and lasting difference in the lives of those we serve. Your unwavering dedication to helping students in achieving their full potential is deeply appreciated. We wish you all very best for the happy retirement. Congratulations, and thank you once again. And at the same time, Chair Green, we appreciate our Human Resources Department and the full team under the leadership of Masuma Kangura for preparing this wonderful report. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I'm going to ask Trustee Clark and Trustee House to put it on the floor for me. Question? See none. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. I'm going to move right down to 7. And this time, I'm just going to take the time to just, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, it's an honor for me to have been the chair of this board for this school year. And I'm just got a few words to pass on to staff, families, and students on behalf of the entire board. So as we conclude this period and the end of another school year, I am proud to reflect on the many positive strides we have made together as a board and as a community. From the successful launch of our new student wellness, our multi-year strategic plan, and our continued growth as a board, and continue to providing support to every student, we have seen a collective effort working across the system from the top to the bottom. We have seen our multi-year strategic plan in action. One of the most encouraging development has been the increased engagement from students, families, and community partners, whether through classroom visit, culturally celebration, our town hall meeting, the energy and the excitement for student success has been truly inspiring. the many programs supporting our Black student success, as well as initiative uplifting our indigenous students, South Asian student, Muslim student, just to name a few. The many awards that as achieved by our schools, awards of excellence, students scoring 100% in math, also make headline. Our student from Central Peel was just even recently, this afternoon on the news, who has taken first place in the 2025 First Lego League. And a number of these students are heading off to Florida shortly. We have seen students from Umberview, Mayfield, Carter Park, just to name a few of our high school that have excelled, and to show their tenacity and their resiliency in ensuring that not only that they're striving, but also proving that Peel Board is the best board in the province. These achievements are a testament to the talented leadership and community spirit that define Peel Schools. We are proud of every student, staff, federation, partners who contribute to this year's success. This is a testament to the leadership and the vision and the commitment of this board. The growing number of Black Student Association, the BSA, and the Black Parents Involvement Group also reflect deeply in engagement and empowering within our community and the voice that they bring to help us shape the work that we do as a board. Since September last year, I have the privilege of and the honor of attending and speaking at more than 27 events across the various different community school representing this board. These include from graduation ceremony, student showcase, workshop, talent show, partnership signing, community consultation, professional development session. Each event is a reminder of the strength, the resilience, and the creativity that define our work together. We are not just preparing for the future, we are actively creating the future now. Through innovation, resilience, and bold leadership, our schools are shaping the present to reflect the world we want to see, whether it's through cutting-edge STEM program, cultivating appropriate teaching for student leading initiative. We are empowering leaders to lead change now, not tomorrow. As we look ahead, I am committed to fostering a collaboration of transparency, student-centered leadership. And this afternoon, I just want to say thank you to my colleagues around the table for allowing me the opportunity to lead this board. And I look forward to continue working with you and all the staff and the family in the region of Peel. Thank you very much. Can I ask Trustee Johal and Trustee Pramuli to put this on the floor for me? All those in favor? Proceed. Thank you. Appreciate that. Now we move to Trustee appointed to external organization. Sorry. Yes, I'm jumping too fast. I can't miss that. Let me go to the director's report first. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Green, and through you, I'm going to present the director's report today. And my evening update begins with a reflection on our first year of implementing the board's multi-year strategic plan, which has been both foundational and inspiring. Over the course of the school year, staff brought forward 16 departmental reports and 13 in-action reports for the multi-year strategic plans. These reports showcased meaningful progress across every corner of the system, from early learning to leadership development and the collaborative cross-department efforts to align their priorities and practices with our long-term goals. As we close out the first year of the MYSP, Peel District School Board leaders will assess how we've done, what worked, where we can grow, and set clear, measurable targets for year 2. This ensures that we remain focused on achieving the outcomes of the multi-year strategic plan and delivering on our collective promise to students, staff, and families. A central part of that promise is our commitment to living the Peel District School Board values, values that are being brought to the forefront in schools and work sites across the system. Leadership at all levels of the organization has focused on creating inclusive learning environments. Positivity and empathy have been demonstrated in many ways. Several public schools launched a series of kindness initiatives that engaged students in acts of care and compassion while also cultivating school cultures built on mutual respect and emotional well-being. We've also seen our commitment to environmental stewardship grow, especially through the work of Peel District School Board's Eco Schools. A notable highlight is the newly formed Student Climate Action Team, which brings together student leaders to guide and support climate action across the board. These are all positive signals of a larger transformation. Our system is embracing values-led leadership, student voice, and equity-driven action in tangible, authentic ways. One example is the annual Black Student Association conference that was held last month in collaboration between the Center of Black Excellence and York University. The theme, who we are, where we are going, cultivating roots and routes to post-secondary success was a powerful affirmation of Black student brilliance and a strategic platform for equipping students with the tools to thrive in post-secondary education and beyond. Also at the Monjiding Wingushkeng Center for Indigenous Excellence and Land-Based Learning, the Indigenous Student Advisor Program is serving over 300 students system-wide, focusing on social emotional support, cultural mentorship, and academic guidance. These efforts have led to a stronger sense of belonging and identity affirmation for Indigenous students. These examples represent just a few of the many ways in which we have not only met the expectations set out in the ministry's directives, but have demonstrated our unwavering commitment to fostering safe, inclusive, and supporting learning environments for all students. Last month, the ministry wrote to us stating that they have conducted a thorough compliance assessment of the progress we have made on the directives. The ministry acknowledged the board's full cooperation throughout the supervision process and the monitoring period, which is now complete. The letter also stated that the transformational work underway at the Peel District School Board demonstrates a strong commitment to ensuring that every student can thrive personally and academically. We thank the ministry for their ongoing support and feedback that enable us to reach this milestone on our ongoing journey. And I want to take this moment to express my heartfelt gratitude to our students, staff, and community members. Your dedication has gone far beyond fulfilling a mandate. You have brought purpose and belief to this work. It is because of your unwavering commitment that we have not only met the expectations of the directives, but have truly brought them to life. As we look ahead, the principles embedded in these directives will continue to serve as a cornerstone of our efforts, getting us in alignment with the goals and values of our multi-year strategic plan. Now, as we approach the summer break, I'm pleased to share great news about our summer programs. Enrollment this year has grown significantly, from 15,000 last summer to over 19,000 students this year. All our summer camps are bigger than last year, including STAR, which stands for Summer Transition and Readiness, an important camp that helps graduating grade 8 students transition into grade 9. This speaks not only to the relevance and quality of the programs offered, but also to the trust communities place in the Peel Board to provide meaningful, engaging learning opportunities throughout the year. Looking ahead to September, the Advanced Placement AP Afro-Canadian Diaspora Seminar course will run in 4 secondary schools. Peel District School Board continues to lead and shape national conversations around educational equity and excellence through its engagement with AP courses. The Afro-Canadian Diaspora course has been co-developed by staff from Peel District School Board and TDSP. It is a first of its kind in Canada and is a significant milestone in Canadian education. In May, Peel District School Board co-hosted the 5th Annual Canada Forum. This forum convened 129 participants from 72 organizations across nearly every province and territory to explore inclusive and innovative post-secondary pathways. The upcoming AP Afro-Canadian Diaspora Seminar Training will be held in Peel District School Board this summer, with participants coming from British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Ontario, and Nova Scotia. In closing, I want to thank all staff, students, and families for their incredible work, support, and energy this year. Year one of the trustees' multi-year strategic plan has laid a strong foundation. With continued collaboration, we are well positioned to move forward into year two. Thank you.
Thank you, Director, for your report and continue work, continue inspiring our community, including staff and student. Trustee Davey, Trustee B. McDonald, put them on the floor for me. Question, concern? See none. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. Okay, all right. So now we can move down to trustee appointed to external organization. And today, Trustee Bailey is not here. And I just want to just highlight for the board that this weekend, both Trustee Bailey, myself, Trustee K. McDonald, we attended the Ontario School Board Association.
I'm here.
Oh, you're there? Okay, all right.
Here.
You want to go? Okay, good. All right, so go ahead and deliver your report then. I didn't see you.
So
Go ahead.
this past weekend, both Trustee McDonald, Chair Green, Trustee McDonald, and myself went to OPSPA's annual general meeting. Trustee McDonald represented the Black Trustee Caucus, and the weekend was it was 2 days of where we were able to vote for the president, the new vice chair, second vice chair for OPSPA, and our new delegates for OPSPA. And we did our business along with the Black Trustee Caucus, and it was very successful. It was a successful weekend. So we are thankful to OPSPA for what they continue to do.
Okay, thank you. And just to add, the great workshops that help us to continue to empower us to continue to carry out our work as trustees. And one of the key pieces I take away from there is that trustee got to ask themselves the question on a daily basis, why? The why. Do I know my why? That means, do you know why you're here? So, and that's something that we need to continue evaluating ourselves and our role and responsibility, especially when it comes to the board table. And selected to represent Peel. Peel is strong at the Ontario School Board Association because Trustee McDonald is on the Program Development Committee representing the Black Caucus. Trustee Bailey is on the Board of Directors representing Peel, and I sit both on the Board of Directors and on the executive level representing Peel. So Peel voice is being heard strong at all levels. Trustee Bailey is also representing Peel on the Policy Development Committee. So our voice will be heard right across the board. So Trustee Benjamin and Trustee Cameron is putting that on the floor for me. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. So we're going to move down to item 10, the minutes from a board meeting from May the 28th. They're here. Trustee B. McDonald, Trustee Cole is putting them on the floor. For, K. McDonald, sorry. And Trustee Cole is putting them on the floor for me. Question, concern? See none. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. We're going to move down to minutes from various committees and minutes from the Special Ed Advisory Committee of May 20th. Trustee Benjamin, Trustee Alves, putting them on the floor for me. Question, concern? See none. All those in favor? Carry. And then out of that also, out of that meeting, there's also a motion. Okay. Out of that meeting, there is a motion that arise, and I'm going to pass it to Trustee Alves to read the motion for me.
Through you, Chair, motions for consideration. Special Education Advisory Committee, arising from the meeting of the Special Education Advisory Committee held May 20th, 2025, the following recommendations are brought to the board for approval. Changes to SEAC membership, that the seat on the Special Education Advisory Committee occupied by Abilities to Work be declared vacant. Number 2, Down Syndrome Association of Peel, regarding SEAC membership, that Anju Mistry will be the representative of the Down Syndrome Association of Peel on the Special Education Advisory Committee, and the alternate representative will be Zulema Best.
Okay. Okay, so it's already in the floor. Question, concern? See none. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. We're going to move down to Physical and Finance Building Committee. The minutes are here from June 4th meeting. Trustee Cameron, Trustee Davies, putting them on the floor. Question or concern? See none. All those in favor? Carry. Out of that, there's 3 motions. Trustee Cameron is going to read those motions for me. So go ahead, Trustee Cameron.
Thank you. Through you, Chair. These are motions arising from a meeting of the Fiscal Planning, Finance, and Building Committee meeting held June the 18th, 2025. The following recommendations are brought for board approval. 1, that the delegation of M&D Baines on behalf of the Red Cedar Public School community regarding delay in the construction of Red Cedar Public School be referred to the Director's Office for a response. Number 2, that the delegation by Credit Valley Conservation and Toronto and Region Conservation Authority seeking a formal partnership agreement to develop a collective flood evacuation and flood prevention and awareness program for flood-prone schools within the Peel District School Board be referred to staff for an information report to be presented at a subsequent meeting. 3, that the board approve, effective September 2026, the new boundary for the Middle Years International Baccalaureate Regional Learning Choices Program at Glen Haven Senior Public School. And the 4th one is the Science and Technology Regional Learning Choices Program boundary change for Morning Star Middle School, grades 6 to 8, Centennial Senior Public School, grades 6 to 8, and Macville Public School, grades 6 to 8. Be approved.
Okay. Trustee Cameron, Trustee Clark is putting them on the floor for me. Okay, question, concern? See none. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. All right, going to move down to 11.3, which is the minutes from our Curriculum Equity Student Well-being Committee. Who's in that? Trustee Alves and Trustee Benjamin, putting them on the floor for me. Question, concern? See none. All those in favor? Carry. Okay. And we have a motion coming out of our policy committee on June the 11th. And I'm going to put the motion on the floor. Trustee B. McDonald and Trustee, who else is on that? Trustee Alves. And then there's a motion, and Trustee B. McDonald is going to read the motion for me.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Arising from the meeting of the Governance and Policy Committee held on June 11, 2025, the following recommendations are brought to the board's approval. There's 5 in total. The first one, that the delegation of Madison Stewart re Food for Good regarding feeding minds, strengthening oversight in school food policy be referred to the Director of Education for a response. Motion number 2, that the revised human rights policy attached as Appendix 2 be approved. Motion number 3, that the extracurricular activity policy attached as Appendix 1 be approved. Motion number 4, amendments to the trustee code of conduct. 1A, that the revised trustee code of conduct attached as Appendix 2 be approved. 2, that the trustee code of conduct enforcement procedure attached as Appendix 3 be approved. And finally, that the delegation of Daniel Humanian, OSSTF District 19 on Better Schools, Stronger Communities be referred to the Director of Education for a response.
Thank you, Trustee B. McDonald. So it's already on the floor. Any question or concerns? See none. Oh, yes, question, Trustee K. McDonald.
Thank you. Through the chair, I see in Appendix 3, page 14 of 14, there's a complaint form, and on the bottom of it, it says signature of person making the complaint. So is this then indicative of the fact that a code of anonymous complaint will not be entertained?
For that's the trustee code of conduct?
Yes.
Yes, no, you have to declare who's making the complaint.
Okay, thank you.
That's it? Yep. All right. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay. All right. We're moving down to 12.1. This is when we learn about what our Learning Foundation is doing. And today we have with us Mr. Brian Hobbs, as usual, ED, and Sarah Smith to share with us some good news about what's taking place over there. I know Trustee Davey is going to love to hear this.
Are we working over here? Thank you, Chairman Green, members of the Peel District School Board of Trustees, and Director Swarup for giving me the opportunity to speak to you tonight about the positive difference that the Peel Learning Foundation continues to make for students in need in our schools. I'm pleased to be joined tonight by my colleague Sarah Smith, the Foundation's Development Coordinator, and there are a number of Peel Learning Foundation directors in the audience, Maxine Miller and Tara Day-Warzachowski, as well as I know a number of Foundation directors watching online. So this past year, as you might guess, and you can tell from the impact report, we have continued to see large numbers of requests for help for students from Brampton, Mississauga, and Caledon for support in their time of need. And we are there in their time of need.
Okay.
As a brief background, the organization that came to be known as the Peel Learning Foundation was conceived of by the Board of Trustees at PDSB several years ago. The vision of this Board of Trustees was to create a charitable organization to help students in need to participate on a level playing field in the journey that is their education. And that is how the foundation was created. Since 2019, the foundation has helped more than 12,500 students in need in Brampton, Caledon, and Mississauga. And in that time, we've supported students in the majority of PDSB schools. We're incorporated in the province of Ontario under the Corporations Act and registered with the Canada Revenue Agency as a registered charitable organization. We are the only charitable organization whose sole mission is to support PDSB students. We help students through two programs. One is the Student Emergency Needs Program, where we provide support for students to cover emergency needs for items like food, hygiene items, clothing, or other needs. And then the Student Backpack Program, where we provide fully equipped backpacks for students in kindergarten to grade 3, grades 4 to 8, and 9 to 12. And when I spoke to you last year, I asked that you make the Peel Learning Foundation the board's charity of choice. And I am pleased, and I applaud you for it, for making the Peel Learning Foundation your charity of choice. The impact report that you have in front of you and that was shared in your information package is about more than numbers. It's about individual students and the barriers they face, and how we as a Peel community and the community supporting the foundation have helped bring them hope. I'm going to ask my colleague Sarah, the Foundation's Development Coordinator, to give you a brief summary of the highlights of this year's report.
Thank you, Brian. Good evening, Chair Green, trustees, Director Swaroop, and community members. It is a privilege to be here with you tonight, and I am grateful for the opportunity to share with you how our community united with purpose to positively impact the lives of students throughout 2024. As we look together at page 3 of the Impact Report, you will see a snapshot of the number of students we supported through our programs this past year. Behind every number is a story, a face, and a future made brighter and more hopeful. The Student Emergency Needs Program served 2,604 students in 2024. That is 2,604 students who were able to access healthy and nutritious food, winter coats, hygiene products, transportation support, and other essentials that they otherwise would not have been able to acquire. Each of those students represents a story of strength, resilience, and hope. Whether they were experiencing homelessness, navigating a medical crisis, or adjusting to a new life in Canada, these students encountered real barriers that could have derailed their education. But through this program, we were able to step in quietly and compassionately to help remove the obstacles that stood in the way of their learning. No matter the need, from elementary to high school, the Foundation has been and strives to remain a reliable source of support for PDSB students. In 2024, the Student Backpack Program distributed 763 backpacks and 146 Chromebooks. These materials meant more than just a basic need. It helped students feel a sense of belonging, and it gave them the tools they needed to learn alongside their peers. To illustrate the intangible impact of this program, I would like to share with you an email we received from a parent who was deeply moved by the support we provided. I just want to say thank you so much, as we are newcomers and we do not have jobs. But the Peel Learning Foundation provided us a backpack, a coloring kit, papers, and files for our daughter to start school here. It's really encouraging for us as parents. The support from PLF helps to restore hope and confidence, not only for students, but for their families. It gives them the courage to endure challenges because they know that they are not alone and that their school community is there to support them every step of the way. None of this incredible work would be possible without the generosity of our donors and partners, whose names you'll find listed on the final page of the Impact Report. If we could kindly scroll to the last page, perfect. When you look at that list, you'll see PDSB schools, unions, and associations all coming together, raising thousands of dollars to support their own community. It is a powerful reminder that we are more than just a school board. We are a family united in lifting each other up and creating brighter futures for every student. As I conclude, I want to draw your attention to something truly special on the very last column on the right-hand side of the donor list. There you'll find a gift from someone simply listed as teacher from PDSB. When I reached out to ask if they prefer to remain anonymous or be named, she responded with, "You can list me as teacher from PDSB because I want to encourage my peers to support this cause." Her words and generosity are a beautiful reminder that the spirit of giving and caring runs deep within our school community. It is teachers like her, leading by example, who inspire us all to come together and make brighter futures for every student. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I will now pass it back to Brian.
Thank you, Sarah. The impact report that you have in front of you is about more than numbers. It's about the individual students and the barriers they face, and how we as a Peel community supporting the foundation have helped bring them hope. With each of the Student Emergency Needs Program requests we ask schools to fill out impact reports. Typically, those come back to us from principals, social workers. This year, we added something new where we asked high schools and schools for permission to send and ask the students to tell us in their own words the difference that made to them. And we got a few responses so far back this year. So what I'm going to read to you, these are the words of your students. "I'm a student at Castlebrook Secondary. I used the $150 to buy notebooks, pens, pencils, a water bottle, a bag, and to load my Presto card, which helped me get to school in my co-op placement. The support has really made a difference for me, and I'm very thankful. Another one. I'm truly grateful for the bursary you awarded me. Your support has eased my financial burden. It allows me to focus fully on my studies. Thank you for believing in me and for your encouragement. And the last one, thank you for applying for the grant from the Peel Learning Foundation. It has greatly eased some of my financial burden and allowed me to focus on my studies. The grant helped cover bus tickets, groceries, lunch, and other necessities, making a significant difference in my daily life. This support means so much to me, and I am truly grateful. These words from your students shine a light on the challenges facing not only them, but on the hundreds and thousands of students in our school that face these challenges and that we're supporting with your help. And as you know, to support students in need, the Foundation continues to run our annual Hopeful Tomorrows campaign, where we ask the Peel community, businesses, community groups, private foundations, PDSB parents, unions and associations, schools, and PDSB staff to make donations to support our work. And the Peel community and the PDSB community responded as we raised more than $280,000 for students in need through the Hopeful Tomorrows campaign. I'd like to ask the media team to show the thank you video now, and I'll be happy to answer any questions in a few minutes.
Hello, Peel Learning Foundation supporters. On behalf of our board of directors, staff members, and the Peel District School Board students we serve, we want to say thank you for donating to our Hopeful Tomorrows campaign. Together, we raised over $286,000 for the Student Emergency Needs Program. Because of you, nearly 2,000 students will have access to healthy and nutritious food, clothing, hygiene products, school supplies, and other essentials. The outpouring of support from local businesses, foundations, service clubs, and schools has ensured that help, and most importantly, hope, is always available for students in need. We couldn't have done this without you. Thank you.
The students at Earnscliffe were so excited to raise money for the Hopeful Tomorrows campaign. In 2 months, our school raised $2,000 for the Student Emergency Needs Program by selling cookies, ice cream, and other treats. As principal, I am very proud of Earnscliffe students for coming together and supporting such an important cause.
Through you, Mr. Chair, any questions?
Hey, thank you, Mr. Hobbs, for that. I'm gonna ask, let me see who I didn't call on yet, Trustee Davey and Trustee Cole. Yes, putting that on the floor for me. Anybody have any question or just want anything, to ask of Mr. Hobbs? I'm gonna go to Trustee Davies first because he was the one who put the motion on the floor to say support this organization.
Thank you so much for all that you do, Peel Learning Foundation. I hear from parents and students myself, and I'm just so honored that you guys are doing the work that you're doing. It's such important work. Thank you.
Okay, Trustee Hobbs.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and through you, I just wanted to echo the sentiment. I represent Mississauga Wards 3 and 4, a variety of schools, and on more than one occasion. I have had to lend my support to some administrators and some tough emails to your foundation, and time again, you guys come through and have really helped some really sad stories. So thank you for the work you do. We really appreciate it.
I'm seeing no more. Okay, on behalf of the board, Mr. Hobbs and Ms. Smith, I want to say thank you. Thank you for the work that you continue to do. You are making a difference for our students. And as Mr. Hobbs said, the only organization that is dedicated to supporting Peel students. So thank you. Can we give them a round of applause, please? And just wanted to say to Mr. Hobbs, you know, I remember when we started this Learning Foundation, and this board hired you to lead and to ensure that not only that the foundation was successful, but it was also impactful and drive the change that supports students within Peel Board. And, you know, I know I might not get the opportunity, we might not get the opportunity to say to you, we know you are retiring very soon in the next couple of months. We want to say to you that, you know, you're going to be a very hard act to follow, but want to thank you and wish you well on your retirement when the time comes, and whatever you do, please enjoy. Thank you very much. Okay, all right. So that has been passed and moved down to 12.2 multi-year strategic plan. 10.1 Director, Human Resources.
Thank you, and through you, Chair, I will now ask Associate Director and Chief Operating Officer Jaspal Gill to present this report.
Thank you, Director Sproop, and through you, Chair Green. It's my pleasure to introduce multi-year strategic plan report from Human Resources Partnership and Equity. Our human resources is instrumental in fostering an inclusive, equitable, and high-performing environment that aligns with the board's multi-year strategic plan. This report outlines the contributions of our HR in enhancing organizational effectiveness and student outcomes with a focus on key areas such as workplace equity and inclusion, safety and well-being, community engagement, and student achievement. I want to express my sincere appreciation for the ongoing efforts of our staff in contributing to the success of our daily operations. Their continued commitment to the board's strategic vision is invaluable, and their unwavering dedication plays a significant role in enabling the board to fulfill its mandate of student achievement. I will now ask Executive Officer Ms. Uma Kungura to share the report.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, AD Gill and Director Swaroop, and through you, Chair Green. I'm presenting a summary of the multi-year strategic progress report, focusing on the Human Resources, Partnerships, and Equity Department. The report provides an update on the impact of various initiatives of the Human Resources Department. HR plays an essential role in meeting the goals of the board's 2024 to 28 multi-year strategic plan. The successful implementation of various initiatives is primarily driven by the dedicated efforts of the department staff, some of whom are watching online and some who are present in this room. By advancing inclusive hiring practices, nurturing leadership, and embedding equity across the employee life cycle, HR directly supports safe, identity-affirming learning and working environments. Our commitment to staff development, well-being, enhancing partnerships and representation empowers educators and supports staff to meet diverse student needs. HR's role in collecting and analyzing workforce data strengthens the board's ability to make informed, transparent decisions aligned with its core commitment to anti-racism, anti-oppression, and reconciliation. A responsive, equity-centered HR strategy will remain key to the board's success in addressing complex systemic challenges. Through the collective vision of the senior leadership team and the MYSP, HR practices contribute to building a diverse, skilled, and culturally responsive workforce that mirrors and supports the student population. Here are some key highlights, including successful planning and implementation of the ESR recommendations, enhanced recruitment efforts yielding positive trends, including equity-focused hiring, regular updates to HR policies and procedures to ensure compliance with labor laws and regulations, minimizing legal risks, conducting regular risk assessment and implementing measures to address potential HR-related risks, ensuring a safe and compliant workplace, enhanced training and resource materials for careful planning and increased efficiency, increased tracking of data and metrics with HR-focused areas, successful implementation and completion of compensation-related collective agreement requirements, and enhancing critical information systems within the department. Here are a few key highlights from the detailed areas of focus within this report. The first being equity and inclusion. The Workplace Equity and Inclusion Department relaunched in 2023 with a renewed mission and focus, directly informed by the ministry directives and the ESR findings. The revitalized department has been instrumental in building a collaborative structure for the employee resource groups across various communities, including African and Afro-Caribbean and Indigenous employees, fostering continuous professional growth through targeted initiatives and training programs. A significant achievement is the development of a 3-phase implementation plan of the 108 ESR recommendations. The department is also currently actively partnering with the assessment department to launch a staff workplace census in the upcoming school year. Furthermore, to inform the Fairness in Employment Equity Roadmap set to launch in the 2025-2026 academic year, the department engaged with collecting feedback and create engagement through staff and student survey. We collected 2,050 employee voices and nearly 23,000 students in this comprehensive survey to capture stakeholder voice. Beyond these key initiatives, the department provides ongoing support for 13 ERGs and consistently collaborates with the Leadership Development School Partnership Department and the new Teachers Induction Program, that's the NTIP program, while also presenting valuable workshops at various events. Our next focus area is student achievement. The recruitment and workforce planning strategy at PDSP is actively pursuing efforts to reflect the demographic diversity of the student population. This involves several key initiatives, including the collection of voluntary self-identification data, providing enhanced resources for hiring managers, implementing a new applicant tracking system, and standardization of processes. Furthermore, we've initiated focused recruitment for permanent French teachers and technological studies teacher roles, with a priority placed on Black and Indigenous identifying candidates. HR's crucial role in collecting and analyzing workforce data empowers the board to make informed, transparent decisions that directly align with our core commitments to anti-oppression, anti-racism, and reconciliation. As PDSP continues to address complex systemic challenges, a responsive, equity-centered HR strategy will remain absolutely key to our ongoing success. Community engagement. We're actively engaged with the community and educational institutions through participation in job fairs, which fosters a sense of belonging and support for potential staff. During the 2024-2025 school year, we attended 19 job fairs, connecting with up to 50 to 300 candidates at each event. Our recent data analysis highlights the success of these initiatives in diversifying our workforce. Approximately 60% of all hires identified as 68% as new hires identified as racialized, of which approximately 15% of new hires identified as Black and Indigenous. These figures demonstrate that our hiring data mirrors the diverse demographics of the Peel region, reflecting our commitment to a representative workforce. Safety and well-being. We're deeply committed to the well-being and support of our employees, implementing comprehensive wellness programs that address their physical, mental, and emotional health. These initiatives are designed to contribute to higher employee satisfaction, improved retention, and overall productivity. Specifically, these programs and initiatives aim to enhance productivity and engagement, reduce absenteeism and presenteeism, foster a positive work environment, and support long-term health outcomes for our staff. We also offer robust digital engagement through LifeSpeak program, which has seen remarkable success with over 19,000 trainings completed between August 2023 to August 2024. Additionally, we continuously promote various video series and resources through our wellness calendar. This commitment directly supports the creation of safe, identity-affirming learning and working environments. Our dedication to staff development, well-being, strengthening partnerships with key stakeholders, and ensuring diverse representation means our educators and support staff are not just prepared, but truly empowered to meet the diverse needs of our students. As we strive to achieve the objectives outlined in our 2024-2028 multi-year strategic plan, the role of HR becomes increasingly vital. HR is not merely a support function, rather it's the cornerstone of our collective efforts to build a robust and dynamic workforce capable of driving transformative change across the organization. As we move forward, the continued dedication and expertise of our HR team will be key to realizing the full potential of our multi-year strategic plan. That concludes my remarks, and I'm happy to field any questions.
Okay, Trustee Clark, Trustee Johal, put in the floor for me. Question or concern? Trustee Promoli.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you so much for this update. It's such important work and information, and I know when we first received the Employment Systems Review back in 2023, it gave us incredible insight into what's happening throughout the board, and I think it was such an important tool to better understand the work that does need to be done to make sure that we're best serving our staff and everyone who our staff works to work for, which is our students, right? So anyway, I'm rambling. I did have a question there. So you mentioned that we were going to be seeing, or that you were going to be conducting a survey in 25-26 school year, correct? Would you be able to help us, would you be able to let us know when we might be seeing the results of that?
Thank you for that question, and through you, Chair. We're in the development phase right now, conducting and have started our consultations with various stakeholders. We do anticipate, only because it's a tentative plan, we do anticipate to launch the staff census somewhere around either January or February of 2026, and perhaps having our analysis done in the spring to summer of 2026.
Okay, no, that's very helpful. Thank you. And through you, Chair, we did recently have a delegation at Curriculum Equity and Student Wellbeing that was referred to the director tonight, just from OSSTF, giving us more information about their perspective as members of our staff. And so I think it is helpful getting more of your perspective and this report coming through tonight. So when we do see the results of that census coming through next year, will it be something that helps us sort of see the progress from 2023 to 2026 and gives us metrics in that sense?
Thank you for that question, and through you, Chair. Most certainly, I think that will be the intent, but keeping in mind that it'll be voluntary-based data. So from our side, I think we're going to leave no stone unturned in encouraging staff to participate, and our hope and intent is the more data we have, the better that reflects the efforts that we've been making from the last time that we had data from 2022.
Okay, so through you, Chair, what we want to see is as many responses as possible, so we really understand what the perspectives are of all of our staff then. Excellent, thank you so much. Thank you.
Trustee Elves.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Through you, sir. The report highlights specific hiring strategies and benchmarks for Black and Indigenous candidates aligned with, as you mentioned, Peel's demographics. Can you please elaborate a bit on some specific benchmarks or targeted strategies that are being implemented to increase the hiring of candidates with disabilities?
Thank you for that question, and certainly, as through you, Chair, sorry, through you, as data presents itself, I think one way of that data representation is through voluntary self-ID, and certainly all of our job postings encourage staff, internal or external, to request an accommodation as necessary. So once I think that is known, as an organization, we've created this space where it is incumbent on us to provide that accommodation, and certainly encouragement for staff to seek that accommodation on an active basis, as opposed to assuming or identifying or shying away. So really creating that level playing field where it is okay to ask for an accommodation, and certainly more so with staff with disabilities where there is voluntary self-identification. Certainly taking notice of that as part of our recruitment and hiring guidelines for administrators, and certainly any person with hiring responsibilities.
Thank you, and through you, Chair, I guess my follow-up would be, above and beyond accommodation when asked, are we doing anything or any recruitment campaigns to try, in the same way that we would for another race or Indigenous identifying peoples, to kind of promote us as an inclusive workplace? Or do we have any targeted campaigns or really anything above and beyond just accommodating when asked?
Thank you, and certainly through you, Chair, I think that you bring a good lens to that, and I think through our upcoming strategy through the AODA renewed plan, I think that'll be one of the areas that we will be focusing on as well. I think when working with applicants who do identify, certainly taking into consideration the nature of the role, where I think where that identification does occur, I think that's where the incumbency then shifts to the board, and actively certainly seeking and promoting, absolutely. We'll be looking at that, and I do look forward to really bringing that AODA update as well at some point in time in the next upcoming year.
Teacher, thank you. I'd very much like to see that come back. And my last question on the report, there's mention of 5 new ERGs, employee resource groups, and that they were formed to support equity deserving groups. Can the board clarify whether any of these ERGs are specifically focused or geared to staff with disabilities? And if not, are there plans to establish any?
So thank you for that question. And through you, Chair, we currently have an existing ERG with staff with disabilities, absolutely.
Great, good to hear. Thank you so much.
Trustee K. McDonald.
Thank you. Through you, Chair. So my first question is, in your report, you mentioned that 68% identified as racialized, and then you said something about 15% Black. Is it 15% of that 68%, or is it 15% of your total hires?
Thank you for that question, and through you, Chair, 60%. So this is all data for successful candidates.
Yeah.
68%, and it's 15% off that 68%.
Okay, thank you for that. And also, have you considered, with your new hires, for hiring based on geography, as that's not a contravention of the code? So meaning, like if you post a job, it's for people that live in Peel.
Sorry, can I ask a clarifying question?
Yeah, so she's asking the question if when posting a job, if it's just for people living in Peel.
That is not one of the criteria that's advertised in the posting. So wherever somebody lives is not a barrier for them to apply to a job posting.
No, so my question is, did you consider making it, considering hiring based on geography? So making it a factor in being hired?
So I can answer that one. It's a human rights code.
No, it's not a contravention.
It's a contravention. We cannot tell you that you have to work in Peel to hire. It's against human rights, and I'm not gonna ask staff to answer that. Any other question? Thank you. Thank you for this report. Much appreciated. All those in favor of the report? Carries. Thank you. Okay. Trustee McDonald, you cannot consult with the governance officer. You have to consult through the chair as long as we're at the table. That's the rules. Thank you. Okay, we're going down to 12.3, which is a multi-year strategic plan in action. Director Suru, over to you.
And thank you.
To you then, can I put a point of order?
Okay.
Because I'd like to ask the governance officer if it is a contravention of the code to hire based on geography.
That's not a point of order. That's not a point.
You just said you instructed somebody not to answer my question based on saying that was contravening the code. So I'm asking for clarification because it's it's not a contravention of the code.
Okay, so you're putting a point of order, okay? So I need to consult with the governance officer if she wants to answer that question. She can, but if not, my ruling will stand and we'll go to a vote.
Thank you. Through the chair, I think it's just a clarification of trustee code versus human rights code.
The human rights code.
Yes, so I would defer that to legal.
Right.
For that clarification.
Okay. Is legal here? Can I ask legal?
Okay, Trustee McDonald, what I'm gonna do is that you reach out to our legal department and find that out. We're not gonna debate that at this table at this time. I made my ruling, and that's my ruling. And if you want to challenge me, then let's go to a vote and we challenge me. Because there's, as I said, there's certain questions I ask trustees. If we have certain questions to ask, we know that we're going to ask those to ensure that the staff that's going to present the report is given opportunities so that they come prepared to answer those questions. It's not about putting staff on the spot to answer certain questions. And I think I've made that clear at this table over and over again, that we do that. In that way, we are carrying out our business in a very professional manner. So thank you for that. Okay, moving on. Thank you. Director Sru.
Yes. Through you, Chair Green, now I'll ask Associate Director Paul De Silva to present the multi-year strategic plan in action report.
Thank you, Director Swaroop, and through you, Chair Green. The multi-year strategic plan, MYSP, developed collaboratively with the Board of Trustees and staff, continues to serve as the guiding framework that inspires and focuses the work of the Peel District School Board. Grounded in its 4 foundational pillars, student achievement, safety and well-being, equity and inclusion, and community engagement, the MYSP is woven into the fabric of our daily practice, shaping school environments where every student is supported, challenged, and empowered to reach their full potential. Throughout this year, we have been proud to share these MYSP updates as a way of highlighting the outstanding work happening across the system. Each monthly presentation has offered a window into the innovative, collaborative, and impactful initiatives that reflect the dedication of our staff, the engagement of our families, and the remarkable talents of our students. This evening marks the final MYSP update for the 2024-2025 school year. It has been a wonderful year of learning, progress, and celebration, and these reports have provided an important opportunity to showcase the meaningful work taking place across our schools, directly aligned with the board's strategic vision. With that, I am pleased to invite Superintendent Soni Gill from Area 5 to present this final spotlight and share the inspiring work from her area.
Thank you, AD De Silva and Director Swaroop, and through you, Chair Green. The collection of school-based stories that you will be viewing demonstrate the Peel District School Board's multi-year strategic plan, MYSP in action, where student achievement, equity, inclusion, safety, and well-being and community engagement are not just abstract goals, but lived experiences. Across Area 5, educators and students are bringing the MYSP to life through innovative, identity-affirming, and collaborative learning. The following examples highlight how schools are building pathways to student improvement, belonging, rooted in care, creativity, and purpose. The first slide showcases Churchill Meadows, environmental stewardship, and Indigenous ways of knowing. At Churchill Meadows Public School, the community garden is much more than a green space. It's a living classroom where students learn about well-being, stewardship, and care. Educators have infused the First Peoples principles of learning and Indigenous ways of knowing and doing, teaching students to respect Mother Earth and act with purpose. This garden is about truth, reconciliation, and responsibility. Through this learning, students explore math, science, and inquiry while developing global competencies, empathy, and critical consciousness. This learning is rooted in identity, guided by equity, and connected to a sustainable future. At Oscar Peterson Public School, The Ubuntu philosophy, I am because we are, is more than a phrase. It is a way of being that defines the school's identity and shapes every interaction. Belonging, empathy, and shared success are everyday experiences. Every student is reminded that they are stronger together and that their identity, voice, and contributions matter. The MYSP value of positivity is reflected in diverse student-centered curriculum experiences for students to connect, lead, and learn. The slide highlights just some of the dynamic student experiences and leadership opportunities that are happening at Oscar Peterson Public School. Clubs, events, classroom learning that honor student voice and promote representation. This MYSP in action, a school where every student is seen and every voice is amplified. The next example highlights the power of collaboration, connection, and partnership between Edenwood Middle School and Plumtree Public School that brings learning outdoors and relationships to life. Together, students designed and built planter boxes and benches, hands-on projects that connected to math, science, learning skills, design thinking, and environmental stewardships. This partnership builds bridges between schools as middle school students mentor and collaborate with younger peers. It is learning beyond the walls of the classroom that is grounded in teamwork, creativity, and care. This partnership reminds us that when schools work together, we do more than share resources. We amplify impact and create pathways for connection, confidence, and discovery. Finally, Meadowville Secondary School shows us what it looks like when schools create spaces where belonging meets excellence. From robotics success on the world stage to feeder school tournaments that build identity and spark connection, Meadowville is a launch pad for leadership, creativity, and voice. Students here are exploring pathways that ignite curiosity, whether through chess strategies, showcasing global citizenship through international travel, or collaborating with professional artists through the Arts in Residence partnerships with the Aga Khan Museum. The school is ensuring that students are not only seen, valued, but also challenged and celebrated, where every achievement is rooted in care, inclusion, and high expectations. In conclusion, all 4 schools and many of my other schools that I was not able to speak to about today highlight and speak directly to the core of the MYSP, reminding us all that academic excellence and equity and inclusion are not competing priorities. They're interconnected commitments, and when we lead with both, extraordinary things happen. I thank you for this opportunity for me to highlight Area 5. I am happy to take any questions.
Yes. Thank you, Superintendent Gill, for that. Trustee Promoli, Trustee Cole is putting on the floor for me. Question or concerns? All good news all the way around. So all those in favor? Carries. Thank you. I got no communications, no trustee motion for consideration. I got no notice of motion. I'm just going to ask Trustee Johal and Trustee K. McDonald to put the closed session report here for me. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. All right. So we're going to move down to our second to last item, which is Peel success story. And just to tell trustees, just be a little bit patient because it's the last one for the year. Just wanted to show you some great things that are happening within our schools. So let's roll the video.
Peel District School Board's multi-year strategic plan for 2024 to 2028 identifies the most important priorities for the board, as well as the actions necessary to accomplish these goals. These goals are all interconnected, and when we collaborate on achieving them, we will be more successful in fulfilling our purpose, which is to promote student success through inclusion, innovation, and empowerment.
When I was creating my regalia, I found it really fun and interesting. The people before us used to do it with their hand. When I was sharing it with my friends, I thought it was really cool to see their own designs and their own unique experiences going through their designs.
I was hoping during the process of making the dress for the outcome to be like very successful, having like a proper dress and being able to dance in it and feel good about it.
During the process of making my own regalia, I was hoping to accomplish pushing the Haudenosaunee culture in a very Anishinaabe area. I am normally the only Haudenosaunee person present at things, so it boosts the Haudenosaunee culture.
Hammerview has a very solid foundation in robotics and technology in general. We already have a very strong robotics team called the Alpha Dogs that has been competing for over a decade. Last year we had our best season of all time. We competed at the World Championships in Houston, Texas, and there were 600 robots there, and our robot placed 6th out of 600. We actually won one of the divisions there. We won the Galileo division for the very first time in the team's history. So we're very, very proud of our accomplishments and looking forward to continuing to improve on our performance with the robotics team.
We have a comprehensive program in which we have state-of-the-art equipment that the students get to use. The machine shop alone has precision machining lathes, milling machines, computer-controlled CNC machines, welding and fabrication, and all sorts of other things that go along with metalworking. So when our students graduate and go on to their different post-secondary pathways, they're ready for that environment. They've experienced pressure, they've experienced success, and they've experienced failure. And those are all things that we learn from.
The opportunities to, design something, bring it to life, get to see it, do what I made it to do and what I intended for it to do on the field. I get to feel really proud of that.
I really love working with steel and making parts. I think it's really amazing that you can use the machines and facilities that we have in the school to make those really cool things.
It's amazing. It's life-changing. I've never had this opportunity, honestly, in my life.
It's been 22 years of pure joy and excellence and eloquence. Going back 22 years ago, Darwin Chan, one of the most amazing teachers I ever knew, and I got together and we were just trying to challenge our 2 classes, maybe get the kids to really write. And so that was the goal. It started with a student-centered idea. It grew to the class. It grew then to the other grades in the school, and then it went beyond the school to the neighboring schools, and then it got so popular we had to divide it into 2 divisions. And this enthusiasm is really the result of just a terrific group of people. We've had so many awesome members of the committee who care so much about kids, seeing the children succeed and making it happen. So we've had tremendous support from our trustees, from the board, as well as from senior administration. And with their support, we've been able to make this be one of the most successful co-curricular events in Peel.
Excellence in Eloquence has given students the opportunity to be able to express themselves, develop their communication skills, and most of all, share and discuss important topics.
We were just teachers back then. One day we're having lunch. We said, you know what? There's all these tournaments and special events for kids. Like there's sporting events, there's artistic events, there's musical festivals where kids can compete. How come there's nothing for kids who are just good at public speaking? So we started a little speech competition among our family of schools, and it grew and grew and grew. And for the last 22 years, we've been running the Excellence and Eloquence competition to great fanfare. It gives our kids a chance to shine, and the parents and the community love it.
My favorite part of writing is probably giving speeches. It's really fun to have an audience.
When you're on stage, you just look at someone that you're comfortable with and just read the speech to them if you're nervous. And always take deep breaths and just know your material well.
Always step up, always do your best, because you never know, you might end up in first place.
There's a lot of wonderful grassroots energy that's got into this, and it's my favorite committee because it really, really makes memories for kids and gives them a chance to work on their public speaking skills. We all know that great leaders have to be good speakers.
It was the clash of titans, the breath-holding, ankle-grabbing showdown of the season. Welcome to the first ever Peel District School Board Kabaddi Tournament, hosted proudly by Sandalwood Heights Secondary School. 6 schools, 1 passion. David Suzuki, Castlebrook, Louise Arbor, Brampton Centennial, Humberview, and your hosts, Sandalwood Heights, all brought their best to the field.
Kabaddi is a really brilliant sport. It really infuses rugby and Red Rover. So ultimately what you're trying to do is go from your half of the field to the other half, tag an opponent, get back.
And Kabaddi is a sport that is very popular in South Asia, and therefore many of the families and kids have been talking about having Kabaddi in our schools, and today is such an exciting day.
Halftime turned into a dance-off, bhangra, gita, and all the samosas you could ever ask for, generously donated by a local family eager to perform seva and give back to their greater community.
It's such an excitement for the Sandalwood community, the Sandalwood students. It was even great yesterday as we were getting the field prep. We had community members coming to help us get the field going. This is how excited the community is to have Kabaddi here at the school.
From dusty dives to delicious food, from tackles to team spirit, this was the start of something big.
Buddy, it's you being interlocked with multiple people, so you have to work together as a team, cooperate and coordinate together.
In Asia, Kabaddi is a huge sport. Our parents love it, and it's really well known. So getting the opportunity to play in a high school, and especially as a school team, along with your friends, is a great opportunity.
It was about who showed up, who stepped outside their comfort zone, and who discovered a piece of their heritage, or someone else's. In the end, David Suzuki took home the gold, but every school here made history.
It's really awesome experience for us to be given the opportunity to play this game.
That's a wrap on the first ever Peel District School Board Kabaddi Tournament.
The groundbreaking construction symbolizes a start of a new beginning for Ellendale, and it really centers the need for students to have an empowering space to learn in.
As the needs of the community increased, there was a huge need to have a new school, and we were very fortunate to have a ground where we could build a new school, and the community is really very, very supportive and very excited to hear that we have started this work.
It is a great day. It's an exciting day. It's a great opportunity for everyone to come together and celebrate this.
This part of Mississauga really is seeing a lot of growth, and we're seeing a lot of new families coming in. It's a thriving part of Mississauga, and so it's really exciting, and I can't wait to see the way that this new building is going to meet the needs of these students and really allow them to shine.
Thanks to the funding from the ministry, they're going to get a brand new state-of-the-art school that has everything that elementary students need in order to be successful.
I'm so excited for my new school. I'm excited for the lockers, the new gym.
I'm so happy that we made it today and that this is the start of an exciting chapter in not only Ellendale, but the Peel District School Board.
It'll definitely make a change to the community to see a brand new school with a state-of-art facilities, with places where they can engage and learn and enjoy.
Time stood still, just like a photograph. You made me feel like this will last forever. Looking in your eyes, I see my whole life. Oh, they say you know it when you know it, and I know. Oh, promise that you'll hold me close, don't let me go. Take my heart, don't break it. Love me to my bones. All this time I wasted. You were right there all along. You and I start gazing, intertwining souls. We were never strangers. You were right there all along. I lose my mind when I'm around you, how I come alive. When I'm without you, I can't help but feel so lost. I wanna give you all I've got. Oh, they say you know it when you know it, and I know. Oh, promise that you'll hold me close, don't let me go. Take my heart, don't break it. Love me to my bones. All this time I wasted. You were right there all along. You and I start gazing, intertwining souls. We were never strangers. You were right there all along.
Okay, Trustee Bailey, Trustee B. McDonald's, put this on the floor for me. I just want to say, Director, thank you, and Superintendent, please pass on our thank you to all the schools that we have featured this year in Good News Story and Success Story. So thank you very much for everyone that is involved, including families, because if it wasn't for the families, school would not able to do the work that they do. So just please pass on our thank you. Before we move to adjournment, one of my student trustee wanted to say a final thank you. So I'm going to make an exception tonight and allow that to happen. Go ahead, Just.
Thank you. I just wanted to say how happy it makes me to see all the work that is happening at the board and the improvement that's being made to education. I'm really looking forward to coming back in a few years and seeing this multi-year strategic plan fully fledged out. And yeah, I'm really excited to see how much more amazing education can get here in Peel. And, you know, my personal passion is for music education, but I'm really happy to see all these different faculties shown in these success stories after every meeting. So thank you.
All right, awesome. Awesome. I don't know if any of your team member want to say anything before we adjourn. Any one of you want to say anything, or does that go for all three of you? Just press the button and you can speak.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I also want to say thank you. It's great being a trustee because in grade 9, my teacher, Miss Roach, sent me out to PSS PC. And ever since then, seeing the amazing work that the other student leaders that were older than me were doing to get the community together, that's really what made me want to be a student trustee and really want to also make an impact. And it's really nice seeing that all the staff here are doing their best, and I can see it. As a student, we don't see it because we don't see all you guys in these rooms, in these meetings, doing everything here. But here, I've really seen it, and I hope all the other students as well see the amazing work that everyone's been doing. So,
great, awesome. Austin, you want to say something? Go ahead, man.
They kind of said it all. I'm just proud to be part of this board.
Okay.
the push of Indigenous education in Peel is far greater than everywhere else.
Yeah.
And I have been honored to work with all the staff and students. Just, it's been a wonderful opportunity.
Good.
I never saw myself here. I
Good.
never thought I would be in this kind of position.
Awesome.
And being the first is crazy.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I will go. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And you see, I was away out of the country and I was watching you dancing in that powwow. So if you only promised me that you would come back and teach me how to do that, I'd like to do that move, okay? All right, okay, I'm gonna go to, okay, Trustee Clark and Trustee Cameron is moving adjournment for me. All those in favor of adjournment. All right, thank you, and everyone have a great night. Staff, please enjoy your summer.